Hey, what's up, people? This is JJ, your hip hop aficionado, your hip hop connoisseur, and you're listening to Black Culture Radio.
Peace. It's the true MC, Tony Stanza, aka Tony True Ali. And if you want to hear them true hip hop vibes, make sure you tune into the fam, the history of hip hop with JJ, on Black Culture Radio. Peace and love.
Affirmative action, hella confirmed shit.
Yes. Dopeness there. I started off that foursome with Codenine and the Hidden Character off an album called The First Supper. The track I played was Dozier. Followed it up with Conspiracy, a track called Valentine's Melody, produced by Carlitos Beats, off an EP called Once Upon a Time in Lost Place. Followed that up with Diesel E, produced by Dax Hammer, with cuts by Mr. Scratch Hook. A track called Rockin' with the Blessed, and that track that just finished in the background, Action Affirmative, off the album Malcolm Xclamation Points by the man Tony Stanza and Darko. And I have Tony Stanza on the line right now. How you doing, brother?
Yes, sir. Peace, family. I'm well. Hope the same to you and the family out here. Yes, sir.
Yeah, everyone's good, man. Thank you very much for this. Like I said, it is appreciated. Okay, so the album Malcolm Exclamation Points. I want to start off with the title. What was the inspiration for the title?
Man, so I have another album called Martin X Garvey. So just kind of building off of that, staying with the putting peace out there for my people, trying to put a message out there. Mm-hmm. So Malcolm Exclamation Points I thought was just a good play on words and something to get people to touching tone with what's going on out here in the world. Because it's still the same since Malcolm was here. You know, we still fighting the same battles and whatnot. Simple as that. Just putting the exclamation point on it. Simple as that.
So so what you're trying to achieve to the album is just letting people know that, you know what I mean, we've still got, even though these guys have passed, we're still fighting them same battles. That's the point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nothing's changed. We've grown, in some circumstances, in some instances, but yeah, we still fighting a lot of those same battles. So that's exactly the point I'm trying to get across. And the production from Darko, just when it came through, it was like it was talking to me. So it wasn't hard to write or come up with any other concepts and whatnot. It just spoke to me, and it took it straight there.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next question. How did you and Darko get involved?
So that was just simply through on the gram, on Instagram. I've been putting out music for years, and he reached out to me with some production, and I was rocking with it. So we started building. I made a couple joints, and I was like, man, let's go ahead and make this next album for one of my next projects. And it came out great, and we kept building on it for about a year or so, a little more, year and some change, and it came out great. So that's how we just organically build it. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the one of the things that I like about the album as well is that there's different styles on there, if you know what I mean. It's not straight boom bap. You kind of slow it down and kind of do more of the trap type thing, but it's still in that boom bap sphere. So have you always tried to mix it like that, or?
Yeah, now I think that's being from where I'm from. I'm from the Midwest, Gary, Indiana, and Chicago. So, well, Gary, Indiana, by the way, is Chicago, or vice versa. Either way you want to put it. So just growing up, I'm influenced by, of course, everybody in the Midwest. Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, Bone, Gibbs is that's my family. So anybody, of course, in the Midwest, I love that. And then we grew up listening to everybody, from Scarface to 8-Ball MJG to Farsad, Snoop, Dr. Dre. You got No ID, of course, back in the Midwest, Common, Buckshot. I'm a huge fan of Black Moon. Q-Tip on the east, then No Limit down south.
Yeah.
All of their production, KLC Beats by the Pound. Outkast, of course, Organized Noise. So, because I produce as well myself. So, just was influenced by all of that. Wu-Tang, of course, was huge on me too. Huge influence on my life, not just hip-hop. But so, yeah, just influence. And so, we were influenced by all of that. And I think that comes into my making music, of course, for sure. Like, so it's just, my style is a little bit of everything. And, of course, I have my own. It's a mix of it, like you said. Like, I think it's became a great mix, actually. That's my own compliment.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that must be a kind of easy thing when you're in the Midwest, because obviously you're in the middle of everything, so you're close to everywhere, if you know what I mean.
Exactly,
so East Coast, West. Because if you're on the East Coast, it's hard to, you know what I mean, connect with the West Coast. But when you're in the Midwest, you're in the middle of them both, and the South is right there. Yeah.
We aren't biased. We ain't cutting nobody off like, nah, that's whack, because it sounds different. You know, if it sounds good, we fuck with it. Well, we rock with it. Simple as that.
Yeah. So what was it when Darko reached out to you and was like, you know, I got this production and sent you the stuff? What does he bring to your style that makes the partnership work so well, do you think?
Man, well, first of all, I think it's just the professionalism, because when you're doing this, it's a lot of people who, you know, pretend to do it. So when people actually perfect their craft and work on it, you can tell it's just a different vibe that comes through it. I've never met him in the flesh. Peace to my family, Darko. He out in Russia. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the States. So we going to build. I'm going to get out there, get some shows going, all that. We're going to keep building. I'm going to get in tune with you in London. We're going to make some things happen. We're going to keep building in this world. But it was just organically. He reached out, like I said, and it talked to me. His production talked to me. So my pen was nothing to talk back. And it just built a good, not even a story, because I think it's just truth of what's going on in my view of the world, and I think his view of with the production brought it out of me. So I'm sure he feels similar to some things that's going on out here.
When you were putting the album together, like you were saying a little bit ago, you produce yourself, or you have done. Was there ever the temptation to, you know, change something or add something or take something away to the music itself, or were you happy just to let Darko do his thing?
Oh, no. Whatever, pretty much, I would say 80% of what he sent me worked, and 70% of what I sent back worked. So I probably cut off 30% of what I did, you know, and that's to get it to the perfection, or that I think is perfection, you know. That's in my opinion, of course, my humble opinion. But yeah, we cut off the fat and got it to where I think we both thought the project was perfect.
Okay, that's cool, man. And have you been able to, I mean, it's been out for a little while now, have you been able to gauge the feedback, as what have people been saying to you in response to the album?
I've been getting similar to what you said, which is kind of crazy to me, like that it's been great feedback, but it's been a lot of, like, people, well, I thought you liked that it was a mixture, or seemed like it was sort of a mixture of boom bap to trap, even though it's not technically trap from my eyes. It's just, I get the production or just the double time flow. That is what makes it that kind of vibe or jam or whatever. How people want to take
elements.
But I've been doing this for 20 years, and the majority of my projects have that. I do have a lot of just straight boom bap, but the majority of my projects have that mixture. Certainly my first, my second album, my second studio album, which is called The High and Conscious. I produced a lot of that myself as well. That has that element, no question, no question. So yeah, that's the vibe. Yeah, and it's been great feedback with the videos. Cooley Cope Aesthetic and the most recently, what did I just drop? I'm tripping because I'm about to drop Backpacker. Actually, next week, Backpacker is coming soon. Okay. And shout to my people at Delish Drink. They helped me. They sponsored some of this. This latest video that I dropped. Mm-hmm. So that was a very good look for G-Shock Symphony, the intro.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorites, actually. So
yeah, I played that track last week on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's a good look. That's a good look. Yeah. Actually, another little story. The album cover, is from the album I mentioned earlier, Marcus X. Garvey, which is produced by Soul Professor. That's one of my favorite projects as well. Soul Professor produced that entirely, but the picture comes from the actual album title track on that album, Martin X. Garvey. The video, it was just a picture from that video, so yeah, I think that's pretty dope.
That's cool, man. Do you have a certain way in which you work towards a project? I mean, when it comes to writing lyrics, do you have I suppose people don't really write anymore, but do you have a lyric book or, you know what I mean, voice notes that you've saved?
Yeah, I write in my phone now, but of course I used to write. I have tons of books, but yeah, I write in my phone now. So, but I mean, thousands of notes. Like, so how do I approach it? It's several different ways, but the main way is I just catch the vibe that I'm getting to the beat. And you said album, how I approach the album though.
Yeah. So
that's different because normally I start off, like for this case, for instance, Darko sent me a pack. So I start off writing a song or two, and then all of a sudden one of those songs becomes an idea where I'm like, oh, Malcolm Exclamation Points. That's where I'm gonna go. Like, and then I start building off of that. So the songs that I'll write will go in that vibe or that element in my mind, and that's how I build out the album itself. And each song builds off of that album title normally. So, for instance, I have an album called Sire of the Empire. I build off of that. Martin S. Garvey, I build off of that. Blacks for Me, I build off of that. The High Unconscious, which is me really showing. That's probably straight down to the point. You know, higher and lower self. You know, I smoke a lot of weed, and then I read a lot and just in tune with what's going on. That's the conscious part of me, and want to be cool. I mean, want the people to get in tune. So the high and conscious. So whatever the album title is, I normally build off of that. Like a lot. My next album coming out next month, actually. Well, this month is May 1st. I'm tripping. Peace. Devil Defeater, entirely produced by my brother Strix. We started building. He's from New York. Man, insane project. But Devil Defeater, that song came about, and we just started building, and it's amazing, like amazing. And it'll be, it doesn't sound anything like Malcolm Exclamation Points, yet it still has that element that you're saying, the boom bap trap element. Like,
yeah. All right. Yeah.
I grew up liking as well. That's the sound that I grew up loving. So.
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying about obviously when you were starting out producing your own stuff, was that out of necessity? You didn't really have anyone to vibe with, or were you working with people and they weren't really doing what you wanted well enough, and you thought, I'll just do it myself? What was the reason?
That was just like organically, because I've always had producers. Like, I've always had producers around me. Like, so my brother Chris Hill, he was like probably my first main producer. I was always around him when I was rapping, but not even making music. So I just naturally loved the music. I mean, loved the production side as well, and I just started doing that on my own. My dad was a DJ. He passed when I was a child, but it's just naturally in me. Like, I just hear it. Like, I hear loops very well and can make loops very well. So my DJ name, not DJ, that's my dad. My beat name, my production name is Chicago Loop. I go by Chicago Loop. That's my alias. Because, and part of that, of course, being in the Chicagoland area, but part of that is because when I first started making beats, I really couldn't get the drums right. So I would just, before I heard rock, peace to rock to God, it is them getting it done, Marcy. But I was doing drumless beats, like, because I couldn't do, like, I couldn't get the drums right, so I would just chop the sample and fuck with the sample, like, this shit's how it goes, so I was going with that. So Chicago Loop was my beat name, so I just do that just because I love it. So anybody out there listening in tune, please go check out all the self-produced albums I got. I got 3 of them, Tony True Ali, Tony Too True, and True for 3. I produced all of them by myself. Like I produced a lot of production on my album, but those 3 are entirely produced by me.
Yeah, I mean it's always I've said this to artists before. It's always a joy because I've only got into your stuff recently. I think I heard a couple of tracks from your last project, and
that's peace.
I heard a couple of joints off Malcolm Xclamation Points, and I thought, yeah, this guy's dope.
That's love. I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? It's always a joy when you find an artist and you look for a back catalogue and you find a big discography that you can go on. I kind of fell down a rabbit hole of your stuff a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Brother, The Devil Defeater will be my 40th album.
Wow.
Like, that'll be my 40th project. Like,
yeah.
So I've been working, like, and it's quality work out there. And on the production side, I'm working my brother Sonny Blanco hat. Yes, I actually produced a lot of material for him. Go check out Sonny Blanco. That's my brother. We got Creme Della out, Creme Della 2. We got good work on deck. Yes, sir.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I want to go back before Tony Stanza, back before your entrance into music. I want to go right back to the beginning. I know you said your dad was a DJ. What was playing in your house when you were little? Can you remember like a song or an artist where when you heard their music it just lifted you up, that made you love music?
Well, see, I'm from Gary, so it's without a doubt Michael.
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it is. Like when people had a Mike versus Prince combo, for me it ain't even a combo. Like even though now that I'm older and I love music, I get it. I love Prince. Don't get me wrong, like because I'm a producer too, so I love that. Like, but yeah, it's Michael. Not even a question. Like that's just what it is. It's Mike, like the Jacksons, but just Michael. Like that was the main thing that I heard and just vibed to. That's just naturally what it was. Like, but my dad passed when I was 3, so I didn't really get to hear. I'm sure he was playing music, but I didn't.
You couldn't
what it was.
You couldn't process it yet. Yeah.
But now that I'm older, and like I said, or got older, and I produce, my uncle had his crates.
Right.
So that's how I produce stuff. Well, now I can just get the samples from everywhere. Yeah. But back then, when I started, a lot of the music came from the crates. I would put it on the records from my dad. That was my dad's crates. So yeah.
And what kind of stuff did he have in them crates mostly? And
now see, that's something that's crazy to me too, that I didn't kind of realize. That I thought maybe this was some of my uncles, but my uncle never was a DJ. Like, so he had Sugar Hill in there. Like, so he was gonna be with the hop. Like, he was gonna be in tune with the hop. Like, and but everything from disco to soul, Sam Cooke, the Isleys, the Isaac Hayes, them, Nat King Cole. Not as much jazz, which I'm big on. I kind of found that's my lane myself. I think that's my thing. But yeah, I would say a lot of disco and a lot of soul, because he used to DJ a lot of parties and weddings. And then, like I said, he was clearly gonna go into the hip hop because that's what would have been playing or been mainstream. So that's what he would have been playing. So that's crazy to me. A story that one of my uncles told me. that I didn't know, like, because one of my uncles, like, would be helping him DJ, you know. I forgot what they call it when the guy helping bringing in the crates and all that, but he was that guy. Like, but my uncle said that my dad got mad at him because he wasn't taking it serious, like learning how to scratch and all this. Like, my dad was mad at him. Like, I just heard this story like 5 years ago. That was mind blowing to me. Like, I feel like it's in my blood, in my DNA. I gotta do this. Like, so.
Okay, that's cool, man. That really is cool. And I know you've mentioned a few hip hop artists that you're into, but when you first got into hip hop as a fan, I mean, what kind of age are we talking, and which artists at the beginning did you think, oh man, this is the music for me, kind of thing?
It went. I'm saying, Wu-Tang, Q, Scarface, Naughty by Nature, Crisscross, MC Hammer, like as a kid, like of course, like I said, Black Moon, Buckshot. I was a little older then. Of course, Q-Tip Tribe. Yeah.
So that's sort of 91, 92, 93 type.
Yep. Those were when my early, but like if you asking for like the 5 or top 10, that's something totally different.
Yeah, that's different.
But those were the first people that like I definitely remember like just falling in love with, like Snoop and Dre, Nas, like so.
Okay, and when you first started making your forays into your artistic expression, what form did it take? Was it a solitary pursuit for you? You know, you sit and write poetry by yourself and make it rhyme, or were you banging on lunch tables in ciphers, or was it a mixture of the two?
Solitary writing. I wasn't even, the production part wasn't even a thought, DJing, none of that. It was just solitary writing. Like, I was just writing. That's from early 3rd grade, like just writing.
Yeah.
My sister and brother can vouch for that. Like, that's just what it was. Like, and I always talk on the court and shit. So my voice was always loud. I'm a little nigga. So that's one of the things. My voice stood out, always talking and backing it up. Normally, I took a couple L's, but normally backing it up. But I would say solitary writing for sure.
Okay, all right. And what was the journey between that and you sort of making the decision? This is what I want to do for a living. Maybe, do you know what I mean? Because like a lot of people, because when I was younger, you know what I mean, I used to write, and I used to, you know what I mean, I had a friend who had a setup, and we used to make beats and stuff together. But at some point, I just went, okay, I'm gonna get a job and look after my kids and stuff. When did you make the decision? If I can do it, this is what I want to do for a living, and what led to that?
I think it wasn't even a decision. It was just like, this is what it is. Like, like I hustle, I work, I do that too. But this hip hop, this is my life. Like, this is just what it is. Like, that's just what it has been. Like, I don't even think I thought it was a decision. It was like, this is what it is. Like, this is my path. This is what I'm gonna do. Like,
okay,
not even a thought.
Yeah,
I wake up. I've been hop. I feel like I've been hop since I was a shorty. Like, because of my two older cousins, Terry and Chris, I would give them a majority of that, as well as, like I said, my old man. But those two were the ones I saw, like, at my Aunt Yolene's crib on holidays. They would be with the boom box playing the music, and I would get to stay with them, go to their houses, and spend the night. They might not even be paying me no attention, but I'm looking at what they doing, and it was strictly this hip hop thing that was going on. I'm a shorty, but so I feel like it's just what it was for me. This is my life.
All right, man. That's cool. How did you come up with your name? And when and did you have any names before you settled on Tony Stanza?
Oh yeah, yep. So my first name, just my guys, my little crew, they used to call me Gotti, but that was just because like, just kind of leading. I wasn't the leader of the crew per se, but that's just how we go. Like whatever they would call me that.
Yeah.
But my first real rap name was Voice. VOYCE. VOYCE was how it was spelled. And G.I. Go for Gary, Indiana, Chicago. So like G.I. play on G.I. Joe. Okay. Voice G.I. Go. So that was my name. So you actually could look that up on YouTube. I got some videos from years ago on with that vibe for sure. But yeah, so Voice G.I. Go, and I still use that moniker, G.I. Go. I say it all the time. But Tony Stanza came. Well, Voice first of all was that first name because, like I said, I'm little nigga always talking. That's one of the things that stood out. People hear my voice. So one of my guys, MH Hop, the ops used to call me Voice, so that just stuck. And the G.I. Go, like I said, for Gary, Indiana, Chicago. Yeah. And the name I get to now, Tony Stanza. Tony is my real name. So Stanza is just a play on Tony Danza, who's the boss. Stanza for verse. And that was just super dope. So that stuck. Years ago, I used to say it in a couple raps, so I just started using that and use that as my official stage name.
Okay. You like you said, you're coming up to, you've been doing it for 2 decades. You got 40 albums, under your belt, or almost.
Yes, sir.
What made you believe that you had to be that prolific? Because obviously, back in the days, you could release an album, you could not sit on it, but you could, promote that or tour that for 18 months, 2 years before you come out with something else. You're averaging a project every 6 months. That obviously suits, the way it is nowadays, where you kind of have to keep dropping. But you've always done that. What do you think is the reason why you've always been that prolific?
I think just because I love creating. Like, I love creating, and I feel like it's quality. So, I cut down. I don't release anything that I don't think is not worthy. But the reason I'm just that prolific is just because I'm an artist. I'm a true artist. True artists, we love to create. And why not give it to the people? Yeah. That's the point of creating. It's not, well, it is for me as well, because I love to create, like I said, and I love to listen to my own songs. I'm my favorite artist. Like, a lot of people will say they don't listen to themselves. Man, I listen to I have to listen to myself for shows and whatnot, so I know the words and all that. After making so much music, it's hard to know so many songs and whatnot. But I love creating. So, and providing to people, I feel like, back to the title of the album, Malcolm Xclamation Points, getting the word out that this is still going on out here, but I do want us to be better as a whole, not just my people, everyone. I want us to build peace. That's the main message in my music. Black peace, and that's peace for everyone, because we the originators. Point blank, period.
No, that's what I mean. Obviously, like I said, I fell down a rabbit hole of your stuff, so you can definitely see that coming through. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I get you, man. How far ahead do you plan being so prolific? I mean, have you got the rest of 2026 mapped out into 27? I mean, how far ahead do you try and plan?
Album wise, you talking?
Just anything, just any project that you're gonna release. You know what I mean?
Music wise, I'm into the future of 2 years, 28, as far as where I have it planned out. When this album is coming out, when that album is coming out, when I'm getting it mixed, when I'm gonna start shooting videos, when I'm get certain album covers done as far as marketing, promotion, yeah, I'm 2 years ahead. So I have several albums I have another 4 or 5 that I'm going to release this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man.
So,
all right. Yeah, I like to. What I'd like to do now is just get you to just name some people who have, shout out, show love, give them their flowers to people that have helped you along your way, given you pointers, or gone above and beyond to make sure that you can do your art. Just shout out the people that have that have inspired you, helped you along your way.
Number one, without a doubt, my mom's Dukes, the OG. Wouldn't be here without the goddess. So her and just all her support in the world. That's number one for sure. All my fam, they know who they are. I ain't got to name them. They know what it is and how we get down. But as far as like strictly with the music and artist wise, my cuz T Hogan for sure, Gino, Rolex, on my producers, SC Hill, Soul Professor, man, J Hell. I could go on and on. My brother One Son. Shouts to Darko. Me and my brother Strix about to do what we do. My brother GMJ across the way. Day of Atonement is coming soon. Check out that MIC. We put that out years ago, about 10 years ago. So we about to come back with something sounding much different from that. Similar to what my brother JJ just said. The mix of the bap trap vibes, but big production. GMJ did his thing. Just my brother Sonny Blanco. You know what I'm saying? We've been building for years, like years. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? My brother through my cousin. Rest in peace. Chris Piff Smith. One of my first albums. You know what I'm saying? Blood Cousins. That's the first release officially that I dropped just in the streets. A lot of those were in the streets, so I just went ahead and put them on streaming platforms. But RIP to my cuz. He a big reason why I do this hopping. Like I said, Sonny Blanco, Ray Swoop, Wave Runners. Y'all know how we coming. You know what I'm saying? L Genius. We got that Real Matic out there. Queso, what up, family? We building. So as far as the artists in the Midwest, man, well, not even the Midwest, I'm talking about the crib. The Shack, and I shout out some of the guys you dig, VI, man, Vic Spencer, man, much love. He always been a big supporter of mine, and I'm a #1 fan of his, like always been. So the fact that he rock with me the way he do on some friendship shit, fuck this music shit, just homie shit. Shouts to Vic Spencer, and he, like I said, I'm one of the #1 fans of his. Like, I'm a huge fan, so the way we just rock with each other on some cool shit is a whole nother thing. So shouts to VI. I Am God, man, you did. He came through for me in Fifth, the homie Fifth Element, Brother Rugi. Man, my first vinyl, actually. Brother Rugi, man, me and Fifth Element. Produced by Fifth Element. Great album, man. I know you said you're just getting in tune with some of the music. Check this out, Brother Rugi.
Another dope album cover there, man. I'm loving that album cover as well. Another dope one, man.
Yeah, Brother Rugi, that joint came out, is like you said, as far as how I come up with the album concepts, that one was crazy because family, Fifth Element, he sent me a beat that was talking about weed, marijuana, Brother Rugi. And I was like on this Black Panther vibe, like, so, and that was Brother Rugi is from the Black Panthers. It's about when the feds was trying to they thought the Black Panthers was talking about weed. They was always talking about Brother Rugi. That's what the Panthers would call a weed, was Brother Rugi. So the feds thought it was a real person. So they looking for a nigga named Rugi. So that's why we used that. And that just happened to be the first beat he sent me. And we built from there. Like, it was crazy how that came. But that shit was, but that's a whole nother story too. But yeah, shouts to Fillmore Green, you know what I'm saying, homie Meek, like homie Fable. But yeah, just the land, man. We working, man. They working, homie. D's, man. Love your family. We gonna keep building. Who better? Y'all know my whole family, man. Traffic Jam fam. Dan Ryan.
Oh man, that's dope. That's dope. All right, man. Yeah, as just before we wind up, I just want you to let people know where they can find your music, man. Just let them know where they can find you, where they can find your music, what to look out for.
Tony Stanza, Tony True Ali, Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you get your music, title, wherever you choose to, YouTube for sure, wherever you choose to listen to your music, tune in. All you gotta do is type in Tony Stanza. It's gonna pop up. Tony True Ali, that's the alias. You will find the music. It's 40 albums, with 39 albums out there for you right now. 40th coming, Devil Defeated, entirely produced by Strix. Dopeness coming.
Right, that is dope. Thank you very much for your time, man. Just before we came in, I played Action Affirmative, like I said. I'm about to play the title track featuring the man Sonny Blanco, who you shouted out. So I'm going to play that. So, yeah, Tony Stanza, it has been a great pleasure to talk to you, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being so giving.
It's been an honor, family.
Yeah,
been an honor, JJ. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get into this title track off your album, and we'll go from there. All right, brother. I'll speak to you soon, hopefully, okay?
Peace and love, King. Yes, sir.
Yes. That's that, man. Catch me 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. every Friday on Black Culture Radio. And don't forget that you can listen to any show you want at any time on Mixcloud. If you go to mixcloud.com and put JJ Music Lover 75 into the search bar, you'll find all my shows and mixes. Follow me on all social media platforms at JJ Music Lover 75, and also follow Black Culture Radio on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok.